Good morning, Year 4. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to our final English session for this week. So our learning objective today is to use prepositional phrases in my writing. So pause the video now while you get everything ready and write your learning objective and date and underline these. So let's start about thinking about what is a preposition. What do you think a preposition is? Can you remember how you've used these in your writing before? Perhaps you could pause the video and write some ideas down about what you think a preposition is. Okay, so a preposition is a word that indicates a place or direction. They describe the relationship between the subject of a sentence and the object in the sentence. Let's have a look at some examples to make this a little bit clearer. So some examples of prepositions you may have used in your writing before are words like in, on, under, next to, behind, in front of, and between. Let's look at an example of this in a sentence to help understand. So the penguin swam under the ice. Pause the video now and think, what do you think the preposition is in this sentence? Okay, well done. So the preposition here you can see in this sentence is under. Okay, so the word under indicates a place where the penguins are going, the direction. So the penguin swam under the ice. So in this sentence, you've got the subject, which is the penguin. You've got the object, which is the ice. And the preposition is the word under, because that indicates the direction. So what is a prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase includes the object that the preposition is referring to and any other words that link it to the preposition. A prepositional phrase includes a preposition, a noun, and sometimes an adjective. It does not contain a verb, and a verb, if you remember, is a doing word. An adjective is a describing word, and a noun is a thing. It could be a person or an object. So let's have a look at a sentence below. The penguin shuffled over the ice. I want you to pause the video now and think about what the preposition is in this sentence. Can you decide on what the prepositional phrase is from this? Which part of the sentence includes the preposition, the noun, and sometimes an adjective? Pause the video now while you do that. Okay, so let's have a look. So the penguin shuffled over the ice. So we know the word over is the preposition. So the part of the sentence that is the prepositional phrase is over the ice because it has the preposition and the noun, the object of the sentence. This sentence does not have an adjective to describe the ice. Okay, our next sentence. They sank under the enormous waves. What part of the sentence do you think is the prepositional phrase? Pause the video now, and perhaps you could write the phrase down this time. Okay, so Let's find the preposition because that will help us work out which the prepositional phrase is. So the preposition is the word that indicates the direction or the place. So the direction in this case is under. So the prepositional phrase is under the enormous waves. So this time we have got the preposition under, the noun, which is the waves, object of the sentence, and the adjective enormous. So this prepositional phrase does have an adjective in it. And our final sentence is his enormous jaw smacked into an icy wall. Have a think now. What do you think the prepositional phrase is in this sentence? Pause the video while you can write it down. So in this sentence, the preposition is into, the word into. So the prepositional phrase is into an icy wall. So we have the preposition, we have an adjective, and we have the noun. Okay, let's look at the picture below. Let's think about what prepositions you could use to describe how and where the ants are moving. This will help you with your writing when we come to write our leadership story about the animation with the ants. So pause the video now while you think about some of those prepositions and write down as many prepositions to describe where the ants are in that picture. Okay. Here's some prepositions that I came up with. Over. The ants are climbing over the rocks. After, to maybe describe how they are following each other, one after the other. Behind. Or in front. So all these prepositions are describing the direction of how and where the ants are moving. Now we can choose one of our prepositions to use in a sentence and write a prepositional phrase to describe how the ants are moving. So my sentence is: the ants climbed over the smooth rocks. So I've chosen the preposition over in this sentence. Now, my prepositional phrase in this sentence is over the smooth rocks. So I have a preposition. The word over is the preposition. Rocks is the noun. And I've got an adjective, which is smooth. So the ants climbed over the smooth rocks. In this sentence, the prepositional phrase is over the smooth rocks. How can this sentence be improved? Can we change the position of the prepositional phrase? Or can we improve the noun phrase? I know in Year 4 we have some excellent writers, and you can write a much more exciting sentence than the ants climbed over the smooth rocks. Pause the video now and have a go at changing this sentence. Remember to include a prepositional phrase. But think about how this sentence could be improved. Okay, so my ideas could be: the ants scurried silently over the cold, smooth rocks. So we've changed the verb that I've used in the sentence to scurried, and we've added an adverb, silently, to describe how they are moving. So the ants scurried silently, and then the prepositional phrase, I've still used over, but I've improved the noun phrase, the cold, smooth rocks. Or I could have changed the position of the prepositional phrase. So this time I've started with the prepositional phrase. Over the cold, smooth rocks, the ants scurried silently. And if I carried on that sentence, I would have a complex sentence. So it could be something like, over the cold, smooth rocks, the ants scurried silently whilst they peeked out of the prairie grass. Remember, the prepositional phrase, which is underlined in the sentence, does not contain a verb. Okay, so let's try one more sentence together. Look at the picture below and what prepositions can you use to describe where the ants are and what they are carrying. Pause the video now and write down some of your prepositions. Okay, so some prepositions you may have come up with. They're climbing over the branch. They are climbing on the branch. Perhaps to describe what they are carrying the leaves between them. Maybe they are carrying them on top of their bodies. So now we're going to use a preposition in a sentence to describe what's happening in the picture. Pause the video now and have a go at writing a sentence using preposition and including a prepositional phrase. So my sentence I've just come up with, we can use a preposition in a sentence to describe the picture. So my sentence is, the ants carried their green leaves over the branch. So the prepositional phrase is underlined here, over the branch. So I have a preposition, I have a noun, and this time in my prepositional phrase, I don't have an adjective. So we know that that sentence can be improved. Perhaps it could be, the ants carried their green leaves over the bare, brittle branches. Or we could start with our preposition, over the bare, brittle branches, the ants carried their green leaves. Have a go now at improving either your sentence that you've written or my sentence that I have written. Pause the video now to do that. Well done, Year 4. Okay, so your task today is, let's see what amazing sentences you can write. I want you to go, it's your turn now to write some sentences to describe each picture below and include a prepositional phrase in each sentence. You could try to start your sentence using a prepositional phrase. You should include some noun phrases to make your sentences more exciting, and you could include a conjunction to write compound or complex sentences. And remember, your prepositional phrase does not contain a verb. Perhaps you might want to underline your prepositional phrase in your sentence so that they're really clear. I really look forward to reading your sentences, Year 4. Have a great day.